maybe in the fall when Harlan leaves and the other guy leaves.
We don't need extras. So it's crazy.
Now everything she did during the day needs to be pushed into the evening, but then she's got basketball 3 days a week. She had to go for her dress fitting. She had to, like, it's just been...
Oh, what happened? Gym because you're either too close or too far away, and we're missing like our tall players. One day, 2 to 4. Had I seen that on my kid, I would have gone over. Had the coach not handled that, I was. Both your girls have the bike now to go traveling again?
Oh yeah, they're like, where do they want to go next? Somewhere in Florida, because they really connected with the family.
Oh, go, 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 Jack! Why wouldn't you take that up? With a certain family they connected with?
Yeah, I mean they connected with a number of people. this place is.
Right.
And, I guess the mom and dad were like, Harlan said they were like foodies. So they always wanted to go out and try new food. So Harlan and McKenna were like right there, right? It was good though. I was so at peace with everything, and I wasn't worried about them or nothing. It was so good. So they offered Harlan, there's a 12-week program she could go down there and take.
In Florida?
In Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Where they had stayed. But Harlan told them they were already, she already had plans to go to YWAM.
So it's same idea as YWAM though, or what?
Yeah. Just on a smaller scale.
Shoot it, Jack. We sold our family cabin yesterday.
Oh, they did.
It's as good a deal as they could have gotten in the sense that this woman is almost like my parents. She's buying it for her growing kids that are in Fort Mac and buying everything. They want the furniture, they want the tools in the garage, they want the boat. My parents are just cleaning out linens and food and whatever they want.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
Then, right?
It
less
is
work.
good, but my one brother had a bit of a knee-jerk reaction and was quite upset because he wanted it, but he couldn't afford it. And he was kind of hoping, right? And my dad can't handle it anymore, and we're doing everything, which is fine. That's what family does. But, you know, it's just a lot of work.
It is. It is.
Not a great lake. It's not like an Ontario lake or something.
Right.
And it's going to be a big change. That's where our family gets together most of the year. During the summer, we get together as a family. Now it's, I don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah, those kind of changes are really hard.
But I am happy that it's happening the way it is.
Yeah.
Well, my dad can take care of it.
100%.
Somebody could have come in and said, no, we don't want all your stuff.
Yeah,
and then we're having to figure it out.
Right? Yep. So the lady that Olson bought his place off of, she same thing, right?
Yeah.
But she would, over time, she's like, hey, I'm leaving everything. And then over time, she'd have stuff to think about. And then she's like, oh, no, I'm going to take our sauna. Well, the sauna had to be taken out of the wall. And on moving day, guess what? Doesn't fit through the door.
Oh, no.
Well, I need this sauna. I got to take the sauna with me. Well, you haven't used the sauna in probably 10 years. Do you really need the sauna? No, I got to take the sauna.
Was it done with a real estate agent?
No.
Oh.
So, which I wanted the sauna gone, to be honest with you. So, she signed a paper with the moving. He's like, whoa. She signed a paper with the moving company. The moving company took 2 hours to disassemble it, and she signed a paper that it would not be put back together. So not only did she pay for 2 extra hours of moving it, it's now disassembled. Well, guess what? It's now in her son's garage. Has been in there since last September. And she's like, it's worthless. Like, it's sitting there. We're going to probably have to haul it to the dump because nobody wants it because there's no instructions how to put it back together.
That's it. And so my brother, a knee-jerk reaction, he's like, well, you're losing tens of thousands of dollars with all those tools that are in the garage. And my dad's like, if you want them, take them and you sell them. But nobody's going to give me anything for 15 packs of zip ties. And so the lady's been very, very good. And she's like, and the way they signed it with the real estate agent was as is where is as of the possession date. So if they remove stuff, they remove it. And my dad is being so funny. One minute he's like, well, I'm not doing any extra for them. And then the next minute he wants my mom cleaning windows, hanging flowers for this lady, planting gardens, like, and I was like, what are you talking about? This is...
But that could be his way of processing things too, right?
I don't know what it is. He's a very generous guy, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I bet you that's the way he's like. One minute he's like, no, I need those zip ties, and the next minute he's like, you know what? We should plant some flowers so they have flowers.
Yes, that's what's happening.
Yeah,
and it's all my mom doing it, right? Like you should do that, not him.
Yeah. So when we rode up, we kind of did the same thing. We put the bigger items in, the fridge, stove, stuff like that. But then we put in our contract with the lawyer.
Nice.
She could not phone or come back for anything after possession date. So her son couldn't say, well, you should have took the garden tractor, Mom, or
right.
I forgot this and this. So we have found quite personal items in the man cave, and Melissa's like, should we phone her? And I'm like, nope. Number one, this stuff has been in here for 25 years.
Yeah. And it has a precedence, right?
Yeah. And maybe she left it for a reason too.
Well, and so each of the kids is getting to go and look and see what they want and take what they want. My dad took a couple bigger items and is trying to sell them, like some big dust collector from when you have a saw.
Oh yeah.
And stuff like that. And then everybody's going out to the cabin on May long. Of course, I'm not here. That was the other thing. It's gone in next week.
It's what?
The possession is next week. 2 weeks and it's gone.
Wow.
So we don't gonna have a summer. I was hoping for my dad's birthday out there. This next week it's gone. I'm not even here.
Wow.
But my mom has been. This lady's lovely. I think she's roughly my mom's age. And my dad's like, well, leave the comforter. She saw with the comforter, leave the comforter. And I'm like, my mom made that comforter. It's just a duvet, but it's really nice. And I said, if it's not part of the sale, I'd like to have it. And my dad's saying, oh, leave it. It makes it look like a cabin. And my mom asked her, and she's like, oh yeah, take what you want. Whatever you want, I'll have, and whatever you don't. So...
I think that's a very natural process too, and even once possession does happen, something might pop in your head and be like, oh, I forgot about that, And
she did say we could have visitation nights because for I think what would that be? 8 years now. We've had pictures, a group photo taken on the front stairs of all the kids each year. Same order, same row, and we need 2 more years. But we'll just do it at my parents' house or something. It doesn't. The stairs don't really matter, right? It's the. But yeah, she's like, you want to come and get a picture taken? And we could have done it this May long, except Jack and I aren't there. So
it sure makes a big difference when you have somebody that is really willing to work with you and your family and stuff, right?
I think so. Now the thing is her son works up in Fort Mac, and I I have a feeling while he's working, his family, oh, wow. I think his family's going to come and spend the summer down at the lake. And she lives in St. Albert, the grandma. So I have a feeling like that's how it's going to go down. They did ask for us to do the boat launch and put all the heavy stuff in. But after we're sold, we're going to have to take it out. And she's going to try to get directions on how to do all this. I don't know how that's going to go over. What happened?
It collided.
Oh, it's 11:14. Anyways, so yeah,
Lots of changes.
It's been like this year. My mom, the last basketball game, my mom got her gallbladder removed. So I lived at the hospital for a week. 11:16 at the end of the first quarter. Wow. She doesn't drive though, so it's got to be more for her kids.
Yeah. Wow.
I think it's going to be the changeover. Like what we usually do is not going to be there anymore. Good work, Cadence. It's kind of slappy. Will Harlan be here for the 3-on-3?
Yeah.
Nice. Good job. 13-16. Taylor won't be. His baseball's the same time.
Oh, is it?
And it's at Pembina, so he wants to go to that.
So Harlan's grad is on the 30th, and then I found out last weekend. So Graceland's in 4-H. Well, her 4-H show is the next morning.
Oh my.
And me and Todd have to volunteer at midnight at the dance. So I'm like, how do I get this kid? I'm on the south side. How do I get this kid not going to bed at 2 in the morning and get her into Westlock? So I'm gonna My mom and dad are going to take her to Busby, and our friend is going to pick her up from Busby. She's going to spend the night at our friends in Busby, and then they'll take her to Westlock.
So will she be at grad at all?
She'll be at grad, but she'll leave as soon as supper's done. Yeah, I'm like, dang it.
I had all the plans laid out and then somebody switched it for me. Because last year they had baseball on a different weekend, so I figured they'd do it again. Well, that's going to be a tough one. We're still trying to figure out what to do with the family. Because like we thought we'd maybe get a barbecue or something the day after.
Yeah.
With my family. Because they're not coming back, right?
Right.
And but now the lake's sold, so I don't know what we're doing. If we're doing it in our yard, that's a disaster. So.
Well, don't do what I'm doing. Say forget the barbecue and book a trip. So it'll be more expensive.
I think Jack would be up for it.
Yeah, probably.
Thought she was going to go with Shayla, and now she's going with Roman asked her to go as a friend, so now Roman's going to be with her. So they're going together.
To grad.
And I'm like, well, what does that look like? Because we each have our own table.
And maybe it's just for somebody to walk on the stage with.
It is.
Yeah.
And then they do one dance together. But, you know, yeah, it's just so much people.
I would say.
And then I don't know what to do in between the actual ceremony and the grad. Because I guess we need some food. But yeah, I'm not really sure. Or if Jacqueline goes with friends somewhere, I don't know. No idea why.
This is somebody else. Oh, I know who that is. Yeah, no, I know who that is. I know her mom and dad.
I hope everything's okay because she seems to be very involved, and then all of a sudden she dropped off, I guess.
So who's the main beach?
Shelley. Or it's not Shelley, Sheila is president. Danny was vice president. Kristen is secretary, who I follow for the jungle. Christine?
Oh, yeah.
You have your lady? No. Opposite way around, I think. I think you got the other stuff. Christine.
Who's her kid?
She actually has two going to grad because somebody's staying with her or something like that. I don't know. I don't know her. Her and Danny seemed quite close.
They worked together.
And then there's Angela Law, Anastasia, and Tracy, and Lizzie, and a guy named Brian.
Oh, shoot.
1722.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't have any of that.
I don't know why though.
And like something.
There's one person on there that's saying, oh, this is the way my kid and I want it, and so we're going to do it, even if people have voted against it. Because he spends money. But anyways, I'm out, so.
I'm hoping, I'm glad we went the route we went. I'm hoping that I'm going to talk to the lady, the main lady putting it on, like, because she still has 2 more kids to graduate. So I'm hoping one will graduate in 2 years when the other graduates.
Is this not typical of how it goes?
Well, because you homeschool, you can do whatever you want. So a lot of people will go to the school board graduation.
Nice work.
The problem with that is, say,
You might not know people.
exactly.
So this group is
Which-
you more know because you've done stuff with?
Well, a couple things. There's 3 of the people Harlan already knows. But what she did, what this mom did, the first 3 months, we had a meeting every month, right? The first 3 months, everybody went early, and they did a barbecue, and then the next time they did like a walk, and they just went to the park, and then so they got to know each other, and then this weekend they did like the ballroom dancing. And they're more connected now, right? And it's a small group, so it's easy to connect.
1924. This guy's not moving. He's like way down here. So they didn't know each other at all outside of those meetings?
So Harlan knew 3 of them.
Right.
And then there's 4 boys, 4 or 5, 4 boys that do science together. Like there's an overlap. And then 2 of the boys knew each other because their sisters graduated 2 years prior with the other sisters.
Okay.
So there was a lot of overlap.
1926.
Whereas when Golston graduated, he didn't really care to go, and I'm like, no, let's go, let's do this. So he went with the homeschool board, and there was only 10 or 15 people, and he didn't know any of them. So you go up, you get your certificate, you have your dinner, and then you go home. There's no dance.
And did you do anything outside of that with
I did,
family or
yeah.
something?
Yeah, I did it. Huge barbecue. There was probably 65 people.
Wow.
And I hired somebody to do the meat. We did smoked brisket.
Yeah.
3 of them. And then I did a whole bunch of salads. I did like a chocolate fountain. I rented a bunch of stuff.
Oh, jeez.
I rented like a big backdrop, so I rented
21,
house for
28.
the kids. I had board games, or not board games, but lawn games out.
So loud in here they can't hear. Well, that's going all out then.
Yeah, we had the popcorn machine, we had the Slurpee machine.
Oh my God.
That's why when I said to Harlan, do you want a big meal or do you want to just go away? She's like, go away. And I'm like, it was like a wedding. It was like a wedding.
Yes,
Like
it
you need to
really
go
is.
pick up all the stuff and go drop it off.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to run to Edmonton for the
You did that to
smokies.
yourself, though. But like, we have family dynamics.
Well, and
One side or the other.
the crazy thing is, if I did it again, there wouldn't be 65 people. Like, because we changed churches and just dynamics
Yeah,
and friends and
Shoot it, Jacqueline. 23, 29. Yeah, it's I just for the planner that's me. Like I don't know what to do in between the ceremony and the grad. I don't know what to do.
how many hours are there?
Maybe a couple.
Go home, get something to eat. She
Yeah.
can freshen up.
But I guess a lot of people, take pictures with their friends and stuff like that. But yeah, go home, freshen up, and then she thinks that she's gonna be feeling fine the next day. And that was the day that we thought we would do a barbecue.
The next day?
The next day, not
Right.
the same day, because the same day we're
The
at
next
grad.
day? For the next day? So when are you going to go get the food?
Well, that's like it would be an afternoon thing, but yeah, I know. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
But then you get into summertime, right? And everybody's gone, so because it's the very last weekend in June.
So then why not just do it the weekend before? What difference does it make?
Just that I have no time in June. But yeah, we could do something. But check those girls. Come on.
Even like, so Harlan's rehearsal.
25:33.
Harlan's rehearsal's Thursday. Grad is Saturday. Sunday we have 4-H. Monday we have 4-H. So on the Friday, the international. Usually I'm away at the homeschooling conference for the teachers conference. The Friday, I'm obviously not going away. It's the International Children's Festival.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, do I take Grace into that and be gone all day, or am I going to regret doing that?
25:33 at end of half. Basically on DD all night is what I'm thinking. So yeah, Sunday might be the better day.
I just know even myself
Yeah.
how tired I get.
Yep.
You know, like even Todd, he's working so hard. And years ago he would all day and he would come home and work outside all night. We just don't have it in us anymore. We just don't. He's like, I don't get it. He's like, it's like my legs are killing me. I'm like, so I put his tracker on his phone. The other day he did 25,000 steps.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're over 50. You did 25,000 steps. You didn't eat properly, drink enough water, and you're saying you're sore? Yeah, I think so. Rightfully so.
25:35. Oh, we gotta get this back. Yeah, Reed and I are going non-stop with work, so all the house stuff was getting, we're too exhausted at night. Yeah, it's getting done at home. That was a travel. $25.37.
That was a travel too.
Yep. $27.37. Oh, she said she was pulling on her shirt, but they still gave it to her. Wedged between the seats, I'm going to send you a video.
Oh,
so I get wedged between the seats.
It may take a while for me to get there. I might not be much help.
I'll be like, see, Lori, I wasn't panicking for nothing.
I'm coming. I was telling, who was I talking to the other? I was telling somebody about you guys. How you're going to Switzerland.
About how I'm panicking?
No, I did not.
I haven't met anybody that's been to Switzerland, other than like to stop in Zurich kind of thing.
Yeah,
but the school trip for grade 8s and 9s when they're in grade 11 and 12 is Germany, Italy, Switzerland. Germany, Italy, Switzerland, France.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's about 2 or 3 nights in Germany, and then it's very quick in the other ones. It's kind of like travel a day, spend a day, travel a day, spend a day.
I wonder who decides that.
I don't know, but Taylor's very interested. He wants to do that
Yeah,
too.
I would be interested. I hate to see what it's going to cost by the time they got to pay. Because my girls hit $6,000. And I thought that was high, and then a friend of mine is going to Greece in July with a friend, and she booked a tour company, so everything is taken care of, and she's paying about $6,500.
Well, and like I said, so we're at 4,000 each right now, but that's how we haven't eaten or like extras. So I'm sure we'll be up there.
Well, it makes such a difference too when you're going to a country where the dollar is just crazy, right? When you go to Indonesia, yeah, it costs quite a bit to get there, but that's it.
Take a shot! Ugh. It just happened a little fast. Like, okay, she wanted to go there, and we knew it was expensive. Then we started looking, and then we had to start buying because prices kept going up the closer to summer you get. And like all these things I wish I knew. Again, having that next year might have.
But that's the thing, like
might have helped or might
even
have
my
not.
girls, I'm like, put your deposit on your trip, because the last time the school went, there was 2 price increases.
Yeah. Yeah. But like, if I had known the dollar, like I didn't really look at the dollar when I put the money on the trip. And
Yeah.
Good work, good work. Oh. Okay. Maybe over top.
Like we wanted to go to Greece, but then I started pricing it out, and I'm like, for our family, it was gonna be $500 to $700 per day.
Yeah.
Accommodation, food. Like, no, that's somewhere mom and dad will just go.
Jeff's going to Greece with the school trip. That's the 5,800 one.
And how many days is that?
It's over 10 or 11, 12. It's funny though because it's not the spring break. It's a little offset of spring breaks. It's a little before it. And so he'll actually come home while Taylor's on spring break. So that means that we can't really go anywhere because he'll be coming home. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to be home when he comes home.
Yeah.
31-37. And then Jacqueline only gets a long weekend during that time, or Easter or whatever it is at that time. Oh, that looks like reaching. Come on, girls. Pull us together. Come on. 31-39. Good job.
And it'll be different too because Jacqueline's days off might not line up.
Well, they don't. They don't. So she only gets the weekend. She doesn't get a spring break. But she gets a reading week,
Yeah.
which is closer to our November break. So I'm hoping to go as a family to Zion. I haven't planned it. It'll be after June. I'll start looking at that. It's a debate whether we drive down or fly down. And then they have the dog that we got to figure out what to do with him. know which whistles for which.
Which what?
That whistle
I
sounded
don't know.
for that. I'd be like playing red light, green light. Every time I heard it, I'd be stopping. So is Gracie still doing basketball then? She will be at the 3-on-3?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is she enjoying it?
Yeah, she really likes it, but it's go time for 4-H. So we have been doing a lot of 4-H and a lot of driving because it's like 40 minutes at least to their house. And then she gets there and she's like, I just want to play with the calves. We are not here to play with calves.
Jeez.
So
Taylor's iffy about basketball. He likes it, but because of his age, he's the oldest with the youngest with young. So they're playing like beep beep on his sheet, and he's like, I want to have it. Because he plays older, because of his grade and everything, he plays everybody's older. So it's a little under.
well, and I don't know because it's just the camp. I don't know if she will be able to handle playing on a team like with her ADHD. It is so bad, like it's so bad.
So Taylor's also started playing just the community softball team, and Mrs. G, Caroline,
Giesbrecht?
yeah, is the coach.
Oh, you're in good hands.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
She coached badminton and has a good experience, but for this baseball and the grades that she has, fantastic. But with basketball, I mean, there's so much money. You don't think it's a great thing for somebody with ADHD?
It's not necessarily that, it's having to work with other people. I don't know. I went to this parenting. It was offered for, it was on by a psychiatrist. It was for homeschoolers. And I went and I was like, this is so stupid. Like, this is all this shit that I already know. And it doesn't work and all this other crap. And so, I don't know. They just upped her meds again. She's been having some anxiety.
What did they just call? Sorry, I don't know what they called.
I just told the doctor her anxiety's good. It's now not good.
Oh.
We went to a 4-H thing on Sunday, and she was supposed to get in a ring in an arena with other people and heifers. And she was like, because when we practice pretty much by ourselves in an arena.
Yeah.
Well, this was with other people and other animals, and she was, I'm not doing this. I'm like, yeah, we are doing this. We're gonna figure this out, but yeah, you are. And no, I'm not. And
How old is she? 9?
10. And I'm like, okay, I haven't really had to deal with this before. Like, do I push her or do I just let her go and take a breath?
I hear you. Yeah.
So the guy who has the heifer and hauls it everywhere for us, he says, I'm telling Mom she has to leave now, and you're going to work with me and your heifer. And I'm like, hey, because I know at the dentist she's okay without me, right? So I left, and she was okay, and then later on in the day she did the same thing, and another mom came up to me and she's like, how about I help you for a little bit? And she's like, I don't know. And she's like, no, I'm going to help you. And she finally did it, but I was like, oh my goodness, like,
That to the bottom now is 10 years old.
Really?
When I was having to call you up and be like, you know, I'm going to have to get Lori to come and take you because I can't hold you. That was 10
And 11. Oh, shit.
So it's been 2 years since we've had the hissy fits. So all I can think of is growth and hormones and stuff. Like, have I changed too much? I don't know. I mean, 34, 39 at the end of the third.
She grow out of this even a little bit because
Miss Moser was such a help for me with all that, right? She's like, just hang on, and we're thinking, no way. And also, he and I are really close.
he wants to raise money to buy Harlan a grad gift. So he says, Kate, let's go pick bottles. And then he thought, well, I'll wear her out by making her run. And she complained the whole time. And then McKinnon bent down to tie up Graceland's shoe. And she just pulls McKinnon's hair for no reason. And so Todd told me just as we got here. And he's like, it's 10 to 7. We came home and I sent her to bed. He's like, I'm not putting up with that. I'm like, I know, honey. He's like, there is no...
there's no logic.
There's no logic, and there's also no, if you don't do this, you're not doing that. There's none.
No, there's none of that. And people don't understand that.
I'm like, I know. And then he
All the way!
he's like, I'm gonna take away. She really, really, really loves listening to her audiobooks.
Yep.
And she loves her blanket. And he's like, I'm gonna take that away. And I said, don't. Like it calms her, regulates her, and I will take a lot of things away, but I won't do that. She needs to know how to figure out how to deal with it. And if that's how she's dealing with it, he's not realizing that, I'm not going to take it away from her.
So did you change her mitt or up
Not the ones that
39. Like usually he gets up on time, all of a sudden he's not. He's not taking his meds all of a sudden, that kind of thing. But
I myself, like December was really, really, really tough. And that's when I was having like health problems because of this situation, and so I'm getting better and better at just like today. She did not want it. She argued with me about doing math. You know what? Tomorrow I'll make it like she doesn't. We'll do double tomorrow. Like,
hey, we're all tied up, 39.
I can't get worked up about it.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like I backed away. I just like enough.
It hurts.
It does.
Like I went out of my way. I took her to Drumheller. We stayed the night in the hotel. We were in the museum. Then we stayed in the hotel. Went to Calgary, to the Science Center.
Thank you. You won't get a sorry.
She complained on the way home, and I'm like, we're not even home, and you're complaining. Are you kidding me?
You won't say sorry.
What am I sorry for? Tell me, what am I sorry for? I'm like, really?
But somehow there's a bond there between us.
You know, it's funny you say that because another girlfriend, the one that has our heifer, or her heifer, her two boys are very ADHD. One of them just turned 18. She said he was the worst. Butt heads, just the worst.
Yeah.
Guess who she has a good bond with now?
It started really connecting with him too. Like, I hear you. And that really sucks. But that's not how we're gonna how we're handling this, and I need time away from you, you know, and man.
Today she's like, you can just drop me
42, 43.
Drop me off at Grandma and Grandpa's because I'm not perfect enough for you.
Well, we had the whole season.
We had the whole season. Oh no.
Right? Every time, right before that camp. Remember that Jeff went to? Yeah. I couldn't leave him because there was a big change. There was a big change. And all this hissy fit and
did he also
man. Good work, Jack.
Exaggerate things? Like, I asked her to clean the basement up. And earlier this week, she cut right here along the cuticle, and it kept breaking open, bleeding. So she was screwing around.
42, 45 with 5 minutes left.
And so I grabbed her hand, not the left hand, the right. And I'm like, listen, stop. You need to clean this area up. And then I went over to the wall and she had a bin there and I pulled the bin away from the wall and it hit her. Later on, she
44,
says,
45.
she says, you shoved me into that wall and cut my hand open. And I'm like, she's like, look at this blood. I'm like, I didn't even touch that hand. And yes, I did when I pulled the bin away from the wall, it hit you. But
Come on, Jack. Oh, man.
I didn't shove you into the wall. Like, just lie.
So Taylor went through a big thing of lying. Good job. Big thing of lying. Right now he only does things half-asses it. But
She's just makes sense.
and the whole arguing thing is building up dopamine as they right? Dang it! Come on, girls. 44.50. Yeah, it's building up dopamine. So the more you react to it, the more they're building up this dopamine. They don't know it. And then I don't know about Gracie, but Taylor, for a period like last year, is so negative. He'd come home and was just negative. And I'm like, I don't want to be in the car with you. I don't want to, like, have some food. I can't be around you right now. And that's usually what it was low sugar.
I've had to even, like I've always encouraged my kids to make their own breakfast just for their
Good job!
independence and
Yeah,
growth, and I had to put a stop to it. But she was just, she'd eat 5 pieces of bread with melted butter and then still be looking for food.
Well, at least
Like-
he's eating. Taylor doesn't eat.
No, you are not having 5 pieces of bread. You're gonna have oatmeal or cereal, or I will make you some eggs and bacon, and that is what you're having.
Well, that's good.
But another thing she does, and it drives me absolutely insane, she rips everything into pieces. Everything. So she'll have toast, and there's like, she can't just eat a piece of toast. Even if you cut it into half, she can't. She'll rip it apart. Or if she's playing downstairs or doing her schoolwork, she'll rip pieces of paper into like a million little tiny pieces of paper, and they're all over the floor. Everything is ripped into pieces. Nuggets, if she had nuggets, she'll rip the batter off the nugget. Drives me insane.
So this class that you went to with the therapist or psychologist, was it helpful?
No.
I think we had the same one offered at our school. And Tracy and I went to it and we were like, yeah.
We know all this already. I mean, for me, what was really good was knowing that the other moms in our school are dealing with the same thing.
45-51 with 2.5 minutes left. Arlen missed a few games, right?
She sure can make a shot.
45-53. I wish there was a women's team that girls could go for next year. Shoot it. Nice ball.
I'm glad you came tonight, not Reed.
I was gonna send Reed because I've been watching a lot of her games, and I have 2 weeks with her. So,
Right.
but yeah, timing didn't work. He had to go first or leave to go to ball.
Right.
But I'm happy to see you too.
There we go. Next week I won't be here. Todd will have to bring her because I got
Well, I'm
4-H.
not here.
Right.
And then the 2 weeks after, it kind of depends, I guess. So 45-53 with a minute 50 left.
It's okay, Cadence. She's out.
Cadence is out?
Oh, it's 5 fouls.
But you said Cadence.
No, she was like on the bench.
Oh,
very upset, questioning his call.
Wow, they're like intense down there.
Anything's better than that swoosh team. Oh, travel! Are you kidding me? She ran like 100 meters, man. Oh my word.
Nice! Nice! Oh, we're just not getting the bounce.
Oh my
What the
goodness.
heck? All right, all right.
I should look at putting Grace in ball for fall.
Baseball?
Basketball.
Oh,
Mornville takes little ones.
nice. Nice, good job. Well, Jack wants to play, but you know, I don't know. I guess she'll look and see what's available at the school, and maybe she'll get some connections and make, you know, maybe on a women's team. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
49, 55, 20 seconds left. Nice. Done it. So this honestly might be it, I think. 49-55. As the girls were saying, if they didn't win this, they don't